Theo, we are now live.
How are you,
So,
Luigi?
ladies and very well, thanks, Theo, and yourself.
Good, good, thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Theo Giovanis from Remax Action today. So, Theo and I will be discussing the different and the new construction projects in downtown Montreal as of December 2020. So, and Theo has a lot of experience working in the downtown area and especially with new construction projects. So Theo, the first question I'm going to ask you: what are the different new construction projects in downtown Montreal currently?
Well, there's definitely no shortage in the construction projects downtown. Some of my favorites, I would say, are Quinze René Levesque, the Yule project, who's done really well already. Both towers are up. Up and coming, One Phillips Square is also an amazing project, highest building in the downtown core, and Victoria sur le Parc, and so on and so forth. So I guess depending on people's needs, I recommend different projects.
Okay, so there are and there's a lot more that, of course, that we didn't name, or else we'd be here all night.
Exactly. There's some that are
Um,
still pending launch as well, believe it or not, despite the current COVID situation. Some projects are still continuing forward and will be launched soon.
And speaking of the COVID situation, essentially, people are worried about new construction projects now, especially during COVID. However, contractors are actually optimistic about what's going to happen after COVID and how the Montreal market will go back to normal, if not more more of a hot market after COVID is finished. Can you please get into that?
Yeah, I would definitely say that the downtown core has taken, a little bit of a hit right now because the professionals are not downtown working their companies, that the students are not here because the universities are closed, the travelers from overseas, so on and so forth. Having said that, uh, developers are still going forward, and like I mentioned before, they're even going to be launching new projects. So that says a lot in itself. There's some great promotions right now, which is a great time to get into it as well. In general, I promote new development, which is something I'm niched in and I enjoy doing. But especially now more than ever, because it makes you be able to skip this little period of uncertainty and a little bit of doubt. So some projects that are delivering 2022, in theory, of course, we should have skipped the whole COVID situation and the COVID pain we're going through a little bit right now.
And having said that, because of COVID as well, contractors are adding different incentives for people that want to buy new construction. What are some of the different incentives that they have available, Theo?
So typically, downtown new development asks for 20% down payment in order to get their funding to, continue with the project and so on and so forth. And that's always done well historically with various projects. Now they have as low as 5% and 10% down payments, and some 15. So there's different projects with different promotions at different times, quite frankly. So definitely a little incentive because there is a little bit of worry still. Having said that, sales are still going through. The people who can, kind of plan for the future are still willing to jump in and make that profit for the future. Because that's the beauty of new development. You're putting a down payment now, and the value of your property is going up before you've even started paying for a mortgage, right? So there's people who still see the benefit of that. And with projections of 2022, in theory, we should be in a much better position than we are right now with COVID.
Perfect. And Theo, what is the difference between buying an existing property versus buying a new construction project? What are the pros and cons to both?
The new development projects, like we said before, allow you to put down a down payment and you have nothing to pay until your project delivers. So, in theory, you're getting it at a great price because you're there from the get go. And by the time it delivers, your property will have gained in value without you contributing further, mortgage payments, monthly expenses, basically. Having said that, I think it depends on your needs. If you want to move in sooner or later, is it for an investment or is it something that you want to move into? So it's a very personalized conversation, I would say, with individual clients.
Perfect. And Theo, basically before the interview, we had mentioned that there are some contractors that are even adding incentives So just to show how optimistic they are about the market after COVID, they are adding incentives where they will guarantee a lease on an investment property for a certain amount of time. Can you
Exactly.
please go into that?
Yeah. So for me, when I hear that, that just shows me their confidence in their product and where the market's going to be heading in the next few years. So some developers do have a promotion, not on all units, but on select units, where they will pre-sign you a lease from now, which will also help you get your financing, right?
Hmm.
For 2 years after the project is delivered. So example, if a project delivers in 2022, and then you have a 2 year lease already pre-signed, your head is clear until 2024. And we're talking about good rents in the, $3,000-4,000 a month kind of thing, where they guarantee you that. So to me, that shows their confidence in the renters market going forward, where they're willing to, you know, put their money where their mouth is, basically. So
Very
I
well said.
really love these. This is a great promotion, and this is one way to help people get through this COVID period in this uncertain time for the moment.
Perfect. And so, Theo, is there anything else you would like to add in regards to new construction projects, especially downtown?
Um, Personally, I think I can't imagine a world where downtown doesn't exist. I mean, any downtown, not just Montreal, right? But there's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen with businesses in the future, so on and so forth. I personally choose to believe that downtown will eventually come back. And having said that, this is a great time to jump in that real estate market and these new developments and see your money grow as it goes along. I've literally never seen anybody not make money on their investments downtown. And we're talking from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of profit by the time they resell it. So I think that's great news. And I recently also heard of one company, which I'm not going to get into it too much, but one company that will be bringing their employees back as of January. So that already gives me a lot of hope. We used to hear a lot of like mid to end of 2021, but at least one company I've heard of is bringing back people as of January. So I think that's going to start bringing back the people to the downtown core, and not to mention, of course, the vaccines coming up, so on and so forth. So there's definitely light in the horizon.
Perfect, perfect. So, guys, if you have any questions for financing, please feel free to contact me. If you have any questions regarding real estate, we have our professional over here, Theo Giovanis, and our contact info will be in the link of the video. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you very much. Have a good
Luigi,
day.
thank you very much for having me, and
My
thank you,
pleasure, buddy.
everyone. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye-bye.